After Oasis of the Zombies, I didn't think I'd run into something as boring or putrid as that. Then I ran into the film /Dreams, or sometimes known as Sunburst. Honestly, I don't understand how either of those titles define the film. In any case, Letterboxd calls it /Dreams, so that's what I'm gonna call it. This is a 1975 horror film, I guess. It has a horrific scene in it, but for the most part, it's just a very tasteless, stale summer camping story with pale characters, long sequences of nothing, and a horrible soundtrack. I don't quite know who or what this movie was made for. It sees two lame-ass characters, after a party, deciding to go on a little road trip into the mountains to see their friend Michael. This is Robert and Jenny, but I could easily name them anything and you'd believe me, because there's nothing identifiable about these characters. They go hiking through the woods and have many boring adventures. It moves at a snail's pace and there's nothing really discussed.
Take the time I've got.
There's a bunch of songs from this singer, Roberta Van Derry. They all have a low-quality, repetitive value to them. It's nothing that I really mind, but why are they used in this movie? Because the director could get access to them for free, probably. Like, hey, Roberta, I'll give you free publicity by using your songs for free in my surefire hit Sunburst, or some other generic title we'll call it later. What do you say? Eventually, they finally run into some kind of conflict. These are two hick characters living in the mountains. You don't really know where they came from or what their intentions are. The couple is swimming naked in the lake, and you think that some kind of murder is about to happen, but the hicks just walk away. Seems kind of pointless, I suppose. Then later, they break into the cabin and violently rape the girl. What the hell is this all about? Not only is this really bad taste and offensive, but the whole scenario comes out of nowhere. We've waited nearly 50 minutes for something to happen, and you give us this disturbing rape scene? Then Robert Englund shows up of all people as Michael. I hate to give this movie any kind of positives, but his performance is actually pretty good. It's just fun to see him doing something that isn't villainous. But they ruin it by having him cheer up the girl, helping her to feel more optimistic after the rape, as if she or anybody can get over something like that so fast, if ever. And guess what? While they have her reacting in the way that I assume a rape victim would react, she ends up cheering up, choosing to move on. I guess it's a good moral for any movie, but after something like a rape, a day after? That quickly? And with no kind of retributions or conclusion? I suppose the other guy has a fight with the rapist and they go running off. It's strange that they wouldn't be killed off or brought to justice. Maybe that's what the real world is like. But then again, none of this really is like the real world. So instead of some kind of revenge flick, all we get is an hour of hiking, a rape, and then a girl basically being told, look, get over it already. This is one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever seen. Did the director just know someone who was raped and wanted them to find a way to feel better about it? I think this is just all kinds of offensive. It's pretty much one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's not shot well, it's not paced well, the story is boring, and yet it contains a horrific scene with no sort of conclusive thought. It's about as damaged as you can get, and easily makes the bottom of the list for flicks I've seen on this box set. Of the 45 movies I've watched, this one I would be entirely okay with never existing.
Well, where do you suppose your roots are?
In her pants.
Thank you for watching the video. A special thanks to Chris, Lucas, and Ryan for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd like to be like them and get exclusive access to content and blogs, and even request reviews monthly, please click on the Patreon link, and thanks for your support.